There's something that's just a little off about these guys, and that's why I love them so much. Hey everyone, I'm Jocko. This is Jocko's Retro Life. I've been toy collecting for the past couple of months, really getting into it seriously. And so as we come to the close of the year, I just thought it would be fun to put together a roundup of my 5 favorite vintage toys that I've picked up over the past year. So let's get into it. First up is this incredible Advanced Dungeons & Dragons carded Steadfast Men-at-Arms. I got this from a board game website, actually. There's this great board game website, Noble Knight, that sells all kinds of board games, Magic the Gathering cards, things like that. But they also, I found, to my surprise, sell some vintage toys. I love the look of these. I love the sort of the style that is kind of clunky looking. It's a little funny looking, much like early D&D illustrations and drawings. I've always loved D&D, and I've always been drawn to the strange, kind of odd looking early illustration. D&D's great now, but it's so polished, right? And there was something so kind of weird about early Dungeons and Dragons. So these Steadfast Men-at-Arms were a big, very exciting hit for me this year. Okay, number 4. Number 4 were these awesome little dudes. I found these in one of my favorite Whatnot shows, Can't Quit You Baby. Vintage toy collectors, they're amazing. They've always got the best stuff. And I love these. Red Godzilla of unknown provenance and this blue King Kong, I guess, from Mexico, an incredible Mexican bootleg. They took this amazing trip this year to Mexico to go toy hunting and shared those finds with their diehard fans like myself. Number 3 for me was maybe one of the biggest surprises this year in my start in toy collecting, which is G.I. Joes. Growing up, I was not a G.I. Joe kid. I did not collect G.I. Joes. I had a lot of, knockoffs, but I didn't have G.I. Joes. And I never watched the cartoon. And even still today, watching the cartoon, it doesn't really do it for me. But what does, and what has gotten me so into G.I. Joes, are those Real American Hero comics from the early 80s by Larry Hama. So this guy, number 3, Heavy Metal, mostly complete from my all-time fave, the GOAT in the biz. You know him, you love him. This was from a VHS Crypt claim sale. This is Heavy Metal, nearly complete. The microphone that comes with him, this is a repro because that microphone, this tiny little piece of plastic here, is about $500. So repro, fine with me, no problem. But he's got his gun, he's got his gun's strap is well attached. So I wanted to read the comic to kind of get a sense of, well, what's the story all about? The comic came first, let me check out the comic. I was blown away. It is complicated, it is nuanced in a lot of ways. It's a really great time capsule for like the hopes and fears and worries of Cold War era America. It's just really interesting. I love history as well, so from a historical standpoint, pretty cool. And so Heavy Metal from 1985 is my number 3 pick of the year. Number 2 is a brand new addition for me. I'm so excited. Gotta give it up for my wife, Blair. She absolutely crushed it with this. This was a Christmas gift, so this is brand new. The Dragon Riders of the Sticks. Dragon Riders of the Sticks. Both this little wizard dude and the dragon. I mean, come on. He looks incredible. There's something so, again, like with the D&D figures, there's something that's just a little off about these guys, and that's why I love them so much. That's why I'm so drawn to them, I think. They're just kind of weird. For me, these action figures, along with being a very sweet gift from my wife, and, they're not cheap, just sort of capture that feeling that I love of, early 80s retro toys, which, as I'm thinking about it more, I think that what really excites me about them is that there's sort of a sense of like, anything goes. Just try it. Get it on the shelf. Who cares if it looks a little weird? Now, the dragon is, missing his wings, and he doesn't work, although I wonder if I can repair him. Not that I'm any electrical engineer at all, but I do wonder if I can maybe dig around and see what's going on with him. And the wizard, his leg is broken, but it stands great. They're just so, again, they just look weird and cool. Like, that to me really captures the spirit of toy collecting. And my number one pick for the year is a little bit of a sentimental pick. As I mentioned, I've really just gotten into sort of serious toy collecting over the past couple of months, honestly. And the community has been so amazing. It's been such a welcoming, incredible community. It's been really fun sharing all the cool toys that I find on Instagram, and we'll start doing it here too. And so for me, the number one pick of the year is the toy that kind of started it all. This is also a gift from my wife, so shout out again. But this was the first toy that she got me when I started expressing interest in really getting into toy collecting, and it is Private Pizza. From the Food Fighters line. Again, weird, cool, goofy, janky. Like, what are we doing here, right? Why is this why do the Food Fighters exist? This is why I love it. And so, for me, along with the fact that this was, a gift, just because I was kind of curious about it, and it's so weird, and it's so cool, and it's so evocative, and it's got such a personality and such a point of view, that's why this is my number one pick of the year. Thank you all so much for following along. If you could hit me with a like, subscribe, all that stuff, that would mean a lot to me. That would be really huge, especially this early on in my YouTubing journey. I hope you had a great 2025. I know 2026 is going to be even better. We'll see you next time. Later.